CM 365, all about Carnatic music. In the domain of Tala, one more aspect which is very important is the Kaalam. Kaalam refers actually to the change of tempo. So we say Onnangalam, Rendangalam, Moonangalam, these are all the terms we colloquially use. But what do we actually mean by this? In fact, when we are teaching students the Sarali versus Gente also, especially in the Sarali, for example, if I take here, we tell them Moonu Kaalam Paadu, that is sing in 3 columns. So what do we mean actually by this? Let us look at it more analytically. Now, if you are taking the Sarali versa, for example, the first one, you see that we sing like Sari Ga Ma Pada Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. When we tell them to sing it in the Rendangalam, which means how they will sing Sati Ga Ma Pada Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. Third column Sari Ga Ma Pada Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Sari Ga Ma Pada Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. So this is how we make children sing the Sarali versa in 3 columns. And this also we ask them to do in Akaram for developing more voice control over the notes. Now what are we actually doing in this column is that within the space and time, note it, space and time of one note, we are trying to fit in 2 notes in the Rendangalam. And in the third column, we are trying to fit in 4 notes within the same space and time. Now if I want to do the 4th column, you will be obviously fitting in 8 notes within that particular talam. For example, if I'm going to do a 4th column here, Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. Like that, you see that Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. So you saw here that within each bit I was trying to fit in 8 notes. Now again, if we go back and see, you see, just I'll take one portion for you to see, understand how the Kaalam accelerates. Again, also here you have to understand that accelerating or increasing the tempo is not done at random manner, but in a very measured manner. So that is when one swaram is rendered, within the space of that one swaram, we are trying to fit in 2 swaram. And for the third column, we are trying to fit in 4 swarams within the same space and time. That is how it works. So there is a proper kind of a coherent way in which it has to be done. So once again, Sa Ri Ga Ma, same here I'm trying to do second column, Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa, fitting 2 notes within that same space. Now Sa Ri Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. I fitted 4 notes, now 8 notes. Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa Ni Da Pa Ma Ga Ri Sa. So this is how the Kaalam works. And interestingly, there are some musicians who have such virtuosity that they can even play 5 columns. For example, the great violin trio L. Subramaniam, L. Shankar and L. Vaidyanathan at one time, they used to play together, and they were well known, in fact very popularly known for playing the Viriboni Adatala Varnam in Bhairavi in 5 columns. So that also reflects on the kind of command they were able to have over the instrument in terms of the speed with which they were able to render it. It's not really easy to do 5 column and all. It's very, very difficult, especially on the instrument, even on the vocal for that matter. So it requires enormous practice, concentration, focus actually to be able to do this. Now in the context of the composition also, we see that this Kaalam is very important. Like in Dikshitar's composition, we see what he refers to as the Madhyama Kaalam. In a simple way, if you want to understand this, I had made a mention about this also in another context. Pa Mara Jana Pa Mara Jana 1 2 1 2 1 2. So in within one beat you are able to see the two notes. Now if I am going to do a Madhyama Kala, it's like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So that is how he fits that Madhyama Kala, where you see that in the place of two notes in the same space he is able to kind of accommodate four notes. So Kaalam, again coming back, refers to nothing but the change of tempo. And here also we have to remember that unlike the Hindustani system, where this change of tempo happens actually in a accelerated manner, in a gradual manner, you really do not have this proportion of 1 2 4 8 like that. It gradually accelerates in their system. That's a different concept. In our system it's much more, I would say, very defined, in the sense that if the first column has only one note, second has to have two, third the four notes, and so on. So this is what Kaalam is all about.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.